good and your experience more beautiful. So rationality requires self-reflection. It requires you being able to take a perspective on your own perspective taking. It requires higher order awareness. And it requires a really finely tuned set of skills for intervening without destroying. It requires caring about normative standards within self-correction. It requires you aspiring to be better than you are. This is central to being rational. Now, is being rational the same as being reasonable? We have a standard in most legal codes. You're expected to act as a reasonable person would. You ever heard of that? This was banged out over like millennia. What is it? What are we talking about? Well, why didn't you save that child that had just crashed on the sidewalk and was bleeding out? Well, I was on my phone. We don't go, oh, okay. We go, no, 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 no. Look, you're not sizing up the situation. Listen to my language. You're not sizing up the situation. You're not situationally aware. You're not sizing it up. You're not zeroing in on what's most relevant, what matters. You're not caring about it in the right way, and you're not assuming the right role. Do you hear all the non-propositional kinds of knowing in there? They're all through that. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about being reasonable. It involves perspectival knowing. It involves participatory knowing. See, being reasonable is deeper than being rational. Because in order to be rational, you have to be able to orient yourself. You have to be able to shape your agency and to identify the situation and the shared norms that matter. For example, I can be completely logical and I'm still doing it all within an egocentric perspective that is massively screwing me up. So being reasonable is deeper than being rational, and being rational is deeper than just making inferences. I've shown you that. Now, take that argument and plug into it some of the most reliable data we have in psychology. It's not going through a replication crisis. It's massive experimental work. Keith Stanovich and other people, by the way, at the University of Toronto, showing this. I told you already, we have a general measure for intelligence. It's called G. What Stanovich showed is we can give people a bunch of tasks for reasoning and rationality, and they all are strongly mutually predictive of each other. He calls this the R quotient, like IQ, your intelligence quotient. So what we can do is we can measure your IQ and we can measure your R. And then we can see how correlated they are with each other. And correlation goes from 0 to 1, right? The correlation between general intelligence and rationality is 0.3. You can be very intelligent and very irrational. You can be very intelligent and very unreasonable. And you can be very intelligent and very foolish. There is nothing contradictory about this at all. You've probably met these people. I fear that they're the people that are running some of the OpenAI.